In Mrs. Makona's maths literacy class, the learners were working with a set of numbers. She wanted them to understand the idea of a mode, so she told them a short story using the data they were given. Imagine, she began, that these numbers are the marks your friends got in a quick class quiz. 23, 36, 45, 45, 45, 54, 68, and 70. She wrote the numbers on the board and turned to the class. Now, the mode is simply the number that appears most often. Think of it as the most popular number in the group. The learners leaned forward as she pointed at each number. So let's check how many times each mark appears. The mark 23 appears once. 36 appears once. 54, 68, and 70 also appear only once. But look at 45, it appears not once, not twice, but 3 times. She circled the number 45 3 times for emphasis. That means, she continued, that 45 is the mode, because it is the most repeated number in the data set. When you are asked for the mode, you are simply choosing the number with the highest frequency. The class nodded, and suddenly mode didn't seem confusing anymore. It was just the number that showed up the most, easy to find once you know what to look for. In Mr. Nkosi's maths literacy class, the learners were working with a new set of numbers. 23, 36, 45, 45, 54, 68, and 70. He smiled at the class and said, "Today, we are learning about the median. But instead of giving you a definition first, let me tell you a story about these numbers." He wrote them neatly on the board and continued. Imagine these numbers are the test marks of 7 learners standing in a straight line from the lowest mark to the highest mark. The median is simply the middle value, the learner who stands right in the center of the line. Not at the start, not at the end, but exactly in the middle. The class nodded, and he showed them how to find that middle value. Step by step in the story. Step 1, make sure the numbers are in order from smallest to biggest. They already were. 23, 36, 45, 45, 54, 68, 70. Step 2, count the numbers. There are 7 numbers. Step 3, find the number in the middle position. When there are 7 values, the middle one is the 4th value. So Mr. Nkosi counted. First 23. Second 36. Third 45. Fourth 45. Fifth 54. Sixth 68. Seventh 70. He pointed at the 4th number and said, "Here is your median, 45. This is the number right in the middle of the data set. White medium star median equals 45. Mr. Nkosi ended the lesson by saying, "Remember, the median is the middle number. It shows the center of your data. As long as the numbers are in order and you know which one stands in the middle, you can always find it." In Mrs. Radibi's maths literacy class, the learners were busy revising measures of central tendency. She decided to tell a story to help them understand the mean, which many learners often confuse with the median and the mode. She wrote the numbers on the board. 23, 36, 45, 45, 54, 68, 70. These, she said, are 7 marks from a short class quiz. Today we want to find the mean, but before we do that, let me explain what the mean actually is. She paused and smiled. The mean is what we often call the average. Imagine taking all these marks, putting them together, and then sharing them equally among all the learners. The number everyone would end up with is the mean. The class nodded, they liked the idea of sharing equally. Step by step in the story. Mrs. Radibi continued. Step 1, add all the numbers together. So she added them on the board. 23 plus 36 plus 45 plus 45 plus 54 plus 68 plus 70 is equal to 341. Think of this as the total number of marks we are sharing, she said. Step 2, count how many numbers there are. There were 7 marks. Step 3, divide the total by the number of marks. So she calculated. 341 divided by 7 is equal to 48.7. She wrote Mean equals 48.7. White medium star final answer, mean equals 48.7. Mrs. Radibi ended the lesson by saying, so the mean is found by adding all the values and dividing by how many values there are. It tells us the fair share, or the average of the whole group. The learners smiled. Suddenly the mean felt simple, almost like sharing sweets among friends.